In this video, I'm going to walk you through a simple but incredibly effective social media marketing strategy to help you create a social media plan that doesn't just get more likes and comments and shares, but most importantly, actually helps to grow an active and engaged audience, build a business, and generate sales and revenue. You see, if you want to learn how to develop a social media strategy that actually works, then you need to understand a few things about marketing, consumer behavior, and the social media platforms and their algorithms. Otherwise, you'll just end up wasting your time, spinning your wheels, getting nowhere, and frustrated, wondering why nothing ever seems to be working. And that's why in this video, I'm going to walk you through step by step exactly how to create a social media strategy. And I've partnered up with Metricool, who were kind enough to sponsor this video, and whose software has quickly become my #1 secret weapon when it comes to creating better and more effective social media marketing campaigns. So let me show you how it's done, starting at the end and working our way backwards. There's a framework that I created and I use no matter what business, market, or industry I'm working with that I call the Marketing Master Plan. And it's made up of 5 different parts: the model, market, message, media, and machine. The model is the what. So what am I going to offer my market? This is all about creating the perfect offer and the perfect price to maximize profit and customer satisfaction. The market is the who. So who is your ideal customer avatar? That perfect target market. The message is the why. So why are they going to care? And what are their miracles and their miseries? In other words, their pains and problems, as well as the goals and things they want to achieve. The media is where and when. So where are they present and active online? And then what type of media, whether text or video or audio, are you going to use to reach them? When and how often are you going to post, and what kind of content are you going to create? And the machine is the how. So how are you going to guide them through the process through becoming a customer? The model, the market, and the message should really all be done ahead of time. And this is what's really going to make sure that you're offering the right things to the right people in the right way. The media is where social media comes into play. And this is about making sure that you're showing up consistently in front of those right people, in the right places, and at the right times. But more on the whole right times thing in just a minute. First, as you probably already know, one of the best places to reach your current and potential audience of customers is on social media. It's pretty much mandatory today to have an active social media presence, but can also be time consuming, often pretty frustrating if you're putting in a ton of time and money and energy into something and you feel like you're just not getting anything back out of it. So this is where I want to start to use Metricool to make my life and the results I'm able to get from social media just that much better. First off, whenever you're looking to create a social media marketing strategy, you first need to identify your audience and who they are, and then you can figure out where they're spending their time online. Fortunately, because social media has become so commonplace, the odds are good that your audience is present and active on at least one and probably quite a few different social media platforms. And with Metricool, you can take care of everything all in one place, and it integrates with Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, LinkedIn, Google Business, Pinterest, YouTube, Twitch, as well as with Facebook ads, Google ads, TikTok ads, and Data Center. So once you have your integration set, which is as easy as just clicking a few buttons, well, next it's time to plan out your content. Now the big thing here is really just to get started and get something posted. Now, yes, of course, do some basic research and try to make sure that you're making the best content possible, but as you're going to see in just a minute, once you're done posting, the real power is in being able to go back over your content to see what worked best so you can do more of it, and what maybe didn't hit the mark so you can change it up or stop using that kind of content in the future. In Metricool, I can just click create a new post, then drag and drop it to go out whenever I want. Also in the top right, it shows me the best and worst times to post, so I can always make sure I'm giving my content the best opportunity possible. By doing your social media marketing this way, it allows you to effectively plan your content across your social networks and saves you a ton of time because I'm now able to post across different platforms and can even publish the same content to all my platforms at once. Where things really get interesting though is what happens after you post your content, and this is really what separates the amateur social media marketers from the pros. And that's all about analytics and using data to help make informed and strategic social media decisions. But first, tiny bit of a rant. You see, back in the day when social media first came on the scene, businesses really didn't know how to use it, and so it was kind of written off or ignored as just a passing fad or just a place to post and look at funny cat pictures. You see, it's funny because he's wearing people clothes. But we've come a long way since then, at least some of us have. And this is the problem. For social media to be taken seriously today, it needs to deliver results. And in the world of marketing, results means money. This is why it's no longer enough to create social media marketing campaigns that just deliver likes or shares or even comments. They need to deliver those and sales. Most importantly, sales. Now, I'm not suggesting you turn your social media feed into a late-night infomercial, but rather, you need to be strategic and track exactly what is and what is not working. So again, this is where Metricool can come to the rescue. Using their analytics, you can analyze, you can manage, you can measure, and you can see everything in one place. First, by tracking the metrics that actually matter, and next, by seeing everything in one easy-to-reference dashboard, rather than trying to compile data from dozens of different sources. In this way, you can see how your website and social media networks are evolving. If you're running ads, you can analyze the performance of those ads. You can watch and monitor your competitors' strategies for ideas as well, to try to stay one step ahead of them. And you can look back over your historical data anytime to try to find the trends and topics that perform best for you and your audience. Plus, if you're doing this for another business or for a client, well, you can also create complete reports in just a few seconds. In this way, you're able to generate custom reports for all of your accounts and personalize them for you, for your team, or for your customers. You can add your logo, and you can even save them as a template to use over and over again. And if you're like me and may not remember to always go in and check on things, well, you can also schedule periodic reports to be sent to whatever email you'd like, kind of like a set it and forget it thing. Next, we need to talk about a way to enhance your social media marketing so you can get better results even faster. And there's probably no better and definitely no faster way to do this than through the use of social media ads. But first, a real quick refresher on social media content and the social media network's business model in general. You see, when it comes to social media, there are two kinds of content you can create: organic and paid. Organic content is anything you make and post that you don't pay for, and paid, therefore, is any content you make and then pay the social media networks to push and promote for you. Now, neither is better than the other, and they both have pros and cons. And my approach is, and has been for the past 10 years, always to use a combination of both organic and paid social media strategies. So let's talk about ads next, and more specifically, why you would want to create them inside Metricool. First, Metricool allows you to integrate Facebook ads, Google ads, and TikTok ads. So at the very least, even if you choose not to create your ads directly inside Metricool, you do want to sync them up so you can more easily watch and monitor their performance. The big thing for me, though, is that by syncing everything up inside Metricool, it allows me to do a side-by-side comparison of my ad campaigns on Google and Facebook, which are my two biggest ad platforms right now. And I can see how they're doing and compare different metrics against each other, like how many impressions they got, what's my CPM, which is how much it cost me to show these to 1,000 people, what's my CPC, or cost per click, my CTR, which is my click-through rate, and even the number of conversions each campaign is delivering. Because again, remember, it's not just about likes and shares. It's about making money from your social media. So there are two things you need to do next in order to take everything we've talked about today and put it into action. First, make sure to check out the link in the description below to get started with Metricool for free today. And then for even more tips and tricks, make sure to check out the video that I've got linked up right here on 15 social media marketing trends. So make sure to check that out now, and I'll see you in the next video. In fact, one thing that I would love to see in the future of social media is people starting to act like people. See, it's strange to me how some people allow social media to sort of give them an excuse to develop this sense of entitlement and false courage to say things that they